So I posted a video from 2 years ago challenging anti-vaxxers. Sorry about my hair, it's morning. Woo. Challenging anti-vaxxers to explain to me why they co-opt the pro-abortion phrase, my body, my choice, but are usually pro-control, anti-choice, anti-free will. And it blew up. I'm going to have a link to the video below. Sorry, I've been laughing so hard, I've been crying. It blew up to the point where, like, I had to delete 90 comments saying the exact same thing because the person was so sure that they were being censored that they thought that they just had to flood my comments. And I had, like, it's a trash fire, but at the same time, nobody's been able to answer it or refute what I've been saying at all. They cannot do it because it's just to co-opt a phrase, my body, my choice, for something that has nothing to do with your own body or your own choice is not only the height of stupidity, it's the height of selfishness. And I don't understand how these people can can claim that they're in the good and they're in the right and they care about babies and they care about saving babies' lives and blah, 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 when they couldn't care less about the baby while it's a fetus growing inside of a person who could be high risk, who can't get vaccinated themselves, and could have benefited from you getting vaxxed because you didn't, and you didn't wear a mask as well. You exposed that person and you killed their fetus. You didn't think about that, did you? You caused them. And that's by the way, that's documented. A lot of people lost their fetuses, like their pregnancies, because of COVID, and because people just would not vaccinate, would not take minimal, and if they didn't vaccinate, they wouldn't wear masks either. Because of course not, because a piece of cloth apparently is a whole lot worse than not being able to breathe properly suffering long COVID, losing your taste and smell, losing basic bodily functions, your general immunity. Oh no, a piece of cloth is so much more fearful. And by the way, you couldn't care less about those same babies when they're born. Like, you only care about the control aspect because if a fetus is inside a person, you can control the person, ergo the fetus, ergo control. But once the baby is born, why don't you care still? Wouldn't you wear a mask or get vaccinated in order to aid in the help of herd immunity in order to help that baby survive, because that baby itself cannot get vaccinated yet? Why don't you care about those babies? You don't. Because here you are coughing around, unvaccinated, unwashed, wearing no mask, and you just endanger babies already born. What about grandma and grandpa? I get this argument all the time. Oh, it only affects the most helpless in the population. Everybody else is fine. Y'all are so ethically and morally bankrupt that you are willing to sacrifice grandparents, the elders, and infants, terminally ill people, chronically ill people. What the fuck did we do to you, first of all? And, it's the height of selfishness. It's so fucking selfish. And then, sorry, I'm just collecting my thoughts because, the stupidity I've been having to deal with for the past few days, ever since putting up that fucking 30-second video, I've had to refute and repeat my arguments over and over. So here's just the refute video, so I don't have to effing say them all the time anymore. Every time they say it, I'm just gonna reply with this link because I'm sick of saying it. You don't care about the babies when they're born. You don't care about the babies when they're pregnant people. Because if you did, you would actually bother taking the minimal measures. If you don't want to get vaxxed, or if you can't get vaxxed, like the people I'm talking about, the people that you seem to be fine sacrificing, you don't want to get vaxxed? Wear a mask. Don't be around high-risk people if you cannot get vaxxed, because they probably can't get vaxxed either. Is that their fault? Is that their choice? No. Is it their choice for you to be walking around, likely spreading it without even giving a shit, and they happen to walk by you and you cough? And you just ruined their life or possibly killed them because you were too selfish to take the minimal measures that you could have to think of someone other than yourself, your unwashed self. I get it. I get that America, and Canada too, we are not exempt, has this thing about the power of one. We think that the individual is the best. We should always pipe up the individual. We're a capitalist system. We're not socialist. We're not like communism done properly. Like, I get it. But I also don't get it, because me being autistic and not being able to see shades of gray at times, there are no shades of gray here. Like, I have mentioned the shades of gray. The only exceptions to the rule are the people who are physically unable to get vaccinated. And that's why you, as someone who can get vaccinated, should be doing it so that they are protected. They don't lose their life. They don't cause, it's such basic societal decency, human living. I don't understand why it's so difficult for people. And like, people are so angry at me for calling them out on this hypocrisy that they will flood my comments. And for what? What does this accomplish? You didn't change my mind. You just made me see how absolutely bonkers and batshit you are. Was that what you were hoping for? Because I already knew that. The fact that you are willing to set yourself above thousands of people has already made that crystal fucking clear to me that you couldn't care less. So what do you hope to accomplish? You haven't answered me yet. Why are you still anti-abortion if you are co-opting the phrase "my body, my choice" for something that could kill unborn babies because you're too stupid and selfish to do the basic measures to protect people who cannot do them, like, without choice? You saying it's your body, your choice is not true. Not when it comes to masks or vaccines. It is when it's an abortion, because it's literally their body, their choice. That fetus is in their body, not yours. And it's not even a baby yet. Not yours. But when you go walking around, especially during a global pandemic, especially around people who you know are vulnerable, and you have the audacity to say "my body, my choice" when you have co-opted it and you are using it wrong, because it's not your body and it's just not your choice, because you spread it by not protecting yourself and others. You spread it. So you automatically make it your body, everybody else's choice. That's what the actual anti-vax, anti-mask thing is. It's not "my body, my choice." That's only abortion. What it actually is my body, nobody else's choice. That's all you people have taught me. That it's your body, nobody else's choice. Fuck anybody who's vulnerable. They're sacrificial lambs. Fuck you.